stand. We have two representatives. This is Vladimir Kazakov's stand. Unfortunately, he don't speak English, but he is a professor, and he has created this presentation himself. Myself, I'm the travel guide who bring international tourists to Kryvyi Rih, and we have some sites to show you. So most important what we have is Victoria Patsuk. She's associated with Vladimir Kazakov to improve the possibilities of industrial tourism in Ukraine in Kryvyi Rih. So to show you where is we are located, so right now we are over there, close to Copenhagen, and Ukraine is via Poland is here, you know. This is the map of Ukraine, and Kryvyi Rih is located to the east a little bit. So this is the place where Kryvyi Rih is located, and the city itself is the longest cities in Europe, is 120 kilometers from the beginning till the end. And why is it? Because the iron mines is exactly one line. So the city just spread around this line. It's very narrow, but very, very long. So if we say about the Denmark, you say it's 25 sites to show. Only in Kryvyi Rih we have more than 200 of different industrial sites, because from the last century till now, it's a lot of objects connected to the iron ore and production of the stainless steel. So first of all, we wanted to represent the giant industry enterprise, mining and steel enterprise in Ukraine as ArcelorMittal Kryvyi Rih, that belongs to Indians, I think, but still before it was the Kryvyi Rih steel factory. Another is the Kryvyi Rih iron mine, with the mines that is the deepest in Europe. So we have the mines like, former it was Lenin mine, yes, it sounds a little bit, but in Ukraine we have right decommunization process, so they changed the name. But the mine is more than 1,390 meters. So you go on almost 1.5 kilometers underground. And this is the picture from there. Also, this is one of the biggest and the deepest open mine in Europe. So you can see this is the depth 470 meters, 3 to 6 kilometers, and it's about 775 hectares. It's quite a big one. Also, we have a lot of different places like artificial lakes that was created, some mining sinks. We have even the Grand Canyon in Kryvyi Rih, and it appears quite well because the dams, the factories is put of empty iron, empty ore is created on the side of the river. So slowly it appears the Grand Canyon what we have in Kryvyi Rih. Дальше. Also we have a small part that is connected to industrial heritage object from the past. Not much left. Unfortunately, the Soviets in this time, they destroyed quite a lot. So we have not many objects like this. Supports for the bridge, some historical buildings. Поехали дальше. This is originally how the mines looks like in 1908. You know, everything was the beginning. It's historical pictures. Unfortunately, again, because the Soviet Union, all this was destroyed to replace the new one. But right now we have, you see, in 1957, different type of the mines that is not working and can be transferred to the museums with the infrastructure. Conference halls, restaurants, what we already saw in previous presentations. So everything is just ready, it's not working. Right now there is a project of Quarries mine that is depth is 1,620 meters to change it to cultural and industrial center. And there is a factory that's going to invest the money to make this not operational mine alive again. And назад немножко. And this is the Rodina mine, 1972. So this is right now operational tours to the depth of 1,390 meters, and we show you the little video so you experience how everything's going on. It's dirty, it's hot, and it's no light, so you will see, it's like a hell. In Kryvyi Rih, we also have open mines, so everything is beginning from this. We wanted to show you the historical pictures. So it's probably only 200 meters, you know, length, it's not big one. And with this one, you see there's a lot of pits This is what we call the, it was a mine, and right now it not used anymore, and it became a huge lake, like a crater of volcano. And this one is modern, so you can see how huge they are, and they are really the objects for tourism to visit, for tourists to visit. This also the dumps, what we have, is historical one. So this is the different ages, how they appears. And you see that small forest on them, but still they are presented. And this is again, that's modern dams, you know, that's a lot of levels. Even you see the train is on the top, you know, you can compare the height. And again, this Kryvyi Rih, that Grand Canyon, is completely visible. Very nice place to visit, even with a family, you know, to just enjoy the views. And also we have problems because some former mines to the depths of 300 meters, they collapse. And when they collapse, there is a holes like this. We call it the nest of the dragon. It's 250 meters, and some people with ropes going down to there, but it's really dangerous. But the colors, what you can see on the top, is just amazing, especially on the sunset and sunrise. This is another industrial heritage of Kryvyi Rih, so you can see all of that preserved very nice in Europe. But in Kryvyi Rih, it was completely destroyed, unfortunately. We don't have it, only the pictures. Still something is preserved, not much, you know. This is some things under the bridge. This is the power factory, and that's what the objects from 1904 is industrial heritage in Kryvyi Rih. And right now we have the operating giant enterprises. So you can see how does it look like. It's really huge plants that's slowly going to be the tourist attraction, not only for Ukrainians, but also for international tourists. And of course, every plant and a factory, they have individual museum. So the children and students can come and look about the history of the mine or of the plant. So it's more than 10 museums already created. They're really small ones. One of them, for example, is interesting. You can go, it's just in the city, and look the machinery, mining machinery. So it's quite interesting for children, for example, to stand inside of this, you know, and make pictures like a selfie. And also what we have here is just a few projects that it was created, like on a screen, this open mine carrier, ArcelorMittal, they make a huge screen and they show how they blast, they do explosions. And a lot of people who come to the museums, they can look at like online with the cameras just installed in this mine. So it's like a living view. And also this is the industrial heritage connected with the operating enterprises. What we have here, you see the people change their clothes because it's dirty and they go under mine walking like this, you know. So this, the combination of the heritage, what we have, and active, because this person, for example, is a real miner. He is walking with you. He is coming all along your tours and answer your question. He looks for the safety, but you are coming to the real miners who are at work, and they show you the technique you operate and everything. And this is one of the projects that was created for children. You see, you have a big trucks, right? In Austria, we have this one, and it's only the beginning. So we wanted to make it bigger, but it's going to be slowly. But the children really enjoy it. So we have about 32 numbers of the people who just visited since January 2014, where everything is beginning. Another idea for the children, in 2017, they go into the ArcelorMittal plant, and again, the children is the beginning. That's ArcelorMittal again. We just show all these happy children to meet. Right now, the situation is that they're starting from children, and then we just to push it to more international tourists to come. Because they said, no, we don't want a tourist, we know, this is the children of workers. So the project was, let the children know what their fathers and mothers do in a factory. And then we wanted to spread, to make it like for everyone. That's what we fight for in Kryvyi Rih, and it's a real fight. because organizations don't want to cooperate much. And this is what we have right now is just initiative group is create a lot of tours. It's not only the mine tours, but you can see this is cycling tours, hiking trails, water cruises, and it's a lot of right now the different tours what we have in Kryvyi Rih. As just exchange, so you can see that's all. Next. And so most important, so you understand, everything begins from this man. He gives the idea, I wanted to make Kryvyi Rih will be alive and will be industrial tourism. So the first conference was 2013. And you see the numbers, how slowly numbers of excursions and tourism is increased since March 2013. So it's growing very fast. But we have one problem. You see that 89%, this is the citizens of Kryvyi Rih, who wanted to know the city itself. 14%, this is Ukrainians from other city. And only 1% for foreigners. That's the problem. Because people a little bit of scared of this, you know, that's the situation we have. But it's completely safe, but still foreigners not come. And we wanted them to come and take the tours that change their life really. It's changed life experience. So expected results, what we have? Of course, this is popularization of tourism objects for international tourists from Europe and all around the world. Growing of employment in tourist sector because we have the university in Kryvyi Rih that gives the guide, you know, for that. Infrastructure of industrial tourism. Of course, this year we have the first, it was the first industrial culture night in Kryvyi Rih, and for this project we spent about 500,000 of Ukrainian hryvnias. It's about 50,000 US dollars. It's quite a lot for the city, but it was attended by only 5,000 people, but it's just the beginning what we have. First industrial night we have. And further steps what we're going to do is just really wanted to cooperation with the international organization to help us to promote the possibilities of Kryvyi Rih, especially its industrial culture and tours. Because without that support, it's really hard to push, you know, to make it more easy to understand and bring the tourists to Kryvyi Rih. And most important also, what we have, Kryvyi Rih is just a part. Right now we're working about creating of industrial ring of Dnipro and Zaporizhia region. For example, here we have Zaporizhia with beautiful dam, 36 meters. It's quite huge one of the biggest on the Dnieper River. They have Dnipro with interpipe steel. They have a factory for producing the carriages for the trains. And of course, Kryvyi Rih and Nikopol, they produce the pipes here. Also in Energodar with this atomic factory. And here a little bit to the south, we have the Bativo farm with Danish Vestas Westland 65 windmills. They stand on the coast, and it's also interesting. So this one can be made about 1 week to just look around. And of course, what we wanted is to participate in ERIH, because we understand the opportunities for us, and we hope that soon the Kryvyi Rih itself and the governmental and the private sector will be the member of the ERIH just near time. So this is the beginning of the presentation, and right now we wanted to show you, because the video will give you a more impression of how things is going on. We show you going to the Rodina mine, how it looks like, and we invite you to just experience it yourself when you come. And also the Yugok open mine. So this video we're going to show you right now. Give me a second. 1,390 meters. The miners say welcome to hell. The Soviet train, what we have for the tourists, it's electrical one. And let's go 3.5 kilometers by train. What you see, it's real. Red river, and people just walking through it. Yeah, you need changing calls, that's for sure. They show how really the machine is walking. And you see the members of ERIH right now, that Thomas and Adam standing over there. Just a week ago they have been there, 10 days ago. And this is the iron ore, exactly how it looks like underground. And this is the drilling machine, exactly. Huge sample of technique that present underground. Beautiful layers, you see that? This is iron ore, it's so different layers it's looking like. Very, very beautiful to show. And then we continue again. And this is the train look like. And the miner is just operated. Very simple, you know, you just come inside and sit. Just a rule to don't let you go out. And we return back. People are quite happy. This is the place where they just remove iron ore from carriages, you know, so it's going underground and then it's moving to the main shaft. And this is real, you can see the train going like this electrical one, with iron ore and carriages. Trust me, after they use so long time, it's about 2 hours underground. We're pretty happy. You see that people is like it. It's our small group. It's just about its Rodina mine. That means the Maza land. And right now we'll be open mine. What do we have? So this is the open mine of Yugo. 3.5 kilometers. Was a 500 meters depth. It's just a sunset. This is from viewing platform, especially created for that. You will look at it later a little bit. And this is the platform observation, especially created for the tourists. And this is what just wanted you hear. That they turn on the engine of the last 130 kilograms, 30 tons. You can go inside and just try yourself as a driver. Of course, you couldn't drive yourself, but you just, so they do some kind of show, just lifting the back a little bit. And this 130 tons is going. And people are really happy to see it. It's just amazing. And we hope this track will carry the people inside of the mine soon. So thank you very much. This is our presentation. This is the symbol of Kryvyi Rih. It's working well. experienced very well in that. Do you have any questions about it? Do you want to try it? Tell me, to go underground 1,390 meters. Yeah? So I invite you to come in Kryvyi Rih. You can do it, we can organize it. It's not a problem. It's right now allowed every Friday. We can make it. It's a half-a-day tour. And also I can help with organization, with Vladimir Kazakov, of course. He has help to just make it work for you. Just contact him and we just organize it. It's really life-changing experience. What's the temperature down there? The temperature is... сколько там градусов? It's about plus 20. But when you go farther, you go from main ventilation shaft. As more you sweat, and it's completely hard experience to go out. You know. So I have a guy from United States. He's just a bodyguard, and when he go in the mine, he said, "I wanted to change my job, but right now I think I have a perfect job in my life. I have a son, I have income, and I don't need to go down this." So he was happy and he can change the job. So this is the life-change experience. So I invite you to come. You're welcome.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I apologize because we do declare to ask the question. I'll be honest, I don't have a question, but I would like to thank you very much for our colleagues from Kryvyi Rih because they invite us to our embassy. I mean, Vice President Adam and personally me. So I believe, as we saw on the video, we have been over there and we met a lot of very enthusiastic people, and we were witness of the ceremony of signing agreement between the local authorities, the mayor of the city, Kryvyi Rih, and all those companies. So all of them are focused on the tourists, and that's why they declare those agreement, and also they invite us. And so it's important because everybody is supporting those ideas. This is not only enthusiastic scientists or enthusiastic guides, but also the mayor of the city is so enthusiastic about it, and the rest of the owner of those company, and they establish the strategy and start to do this. And personally, it's also very important for me because I'm old enough to remember my first time in ERIH, which was a couple of years ago in Iron Bridge. So it's a little bit comparing to the case of our colleagues from Ukraine. And as I remember, it was on those times very important for us that we find out our colleagues in Europe, then we discover that another regions as Silesia with very similar problems, and step by step we are an example of success story. So I think it's very worth it to help our colleagues from Ukraine. And once again, don't be careful, don't be afraid. It's absolutely safe, and as you saw on the picture, it's very attractive. So once again, thank you very much for asking, for inviting us, for being together with us, and also in the behavior of Silesia region, we invite the mayor and the staff for Industriada to show our colleagues about the Industrial Festival. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tom. We have time for one more question. If anybody wants to ask a question.
I think we show you everything clearly.
Yes, well, thank you very much for your enthusiasm and your presentations. Much appreciated.